Now, this also goes into a recent episode I did about speaking identity into women. What you do is you make an assumption about her, a statement about her, telling her how you want her to be. For example, if you feel that she's really flaky, when she shows up on time, you'd be like, you know what I like about you? You seem to always come on time. You seem really reliable. Is that true? The second she says, yes, it's true, you have enacted the power of cognitive dissonance. You've weaponized it, quote unquote. Now she's going to be on time from there on out because she believes that you believe that about her.
The Unapologetic Man Podcast.
What you do when you first arrive to a date with a girl is you always hug her to break the physical ice. And if it's a little awkward, you could even do a side hug. But I always suggest hugging her hugging you, a compliance test, her saying yes, another yes in the string of yeses, thus creating more cognitive dissonance. Then you say, come on, let's go inside. Hey, let's sit over there. She says yes. Hey, do you want some wine? She says yes. Hey, let's get an appetizer. She says yes. Yes, 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 yes. Getting her into that cognitive dissonance. Now, this also goes into a recent episode I did about speaking identity into women. What I'll often like to do is tell the girl how she is, get her to agree with it, thus compartmentalizing her into what she's agreed to because of cognitive dissonance. Let me explain. What you do is you make an assumption about her, a statement about her, telling her how you want her to be. For example, if you feel that she's really flaky, when she shows up on time, you'd be like, you know what I like about you? You seem to always come on time. You seem really reliable. Is that true? The second she says, yes, it's true, you have enacted the power of cognitive dissonance. You've weaponized it, quote unquote. Now she's going to be on time from there on out because she believes that you believe that about her, that she's always on time. You could even say, hey, you're really loyal, huh? Like what you did for your friend there. You're a really loyal person, aren't you? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm super loyal. Now she's going to be loyal to you because you're weaponizing cognitive dissonance, putting her into the place you want her to be in. Now, a lot of females are listening right now getting butthurt, thinking that I'm using manipulation. Girls, don't get it twisted. You could do this to dudes too. Hey, you're a really loyal guy, aren't you? You don't really like cheat on girls, do you? That's what I've heard about you. That's your reputation from our friends group. And he's like, oh yeah, definitely. Dude, he's not going to go cheat on you because we will change our actions to meet other people's assumptions about us. We will change our actions to meet what we want them to think about us. So what you do is you make statements about how you want her to behave. You're like, oh, you like to suck dick, don't you? Like every night before bed, you actually like to wake up guys with the sick duck, don't you? You like to wake them up with that. By the way, boys, if you don't know what sick duck is, switch the S and the D and you'll know all about it. And she's like, oh yeah, I love to wake up dudes with the sick duck. And you're like, ah yeah, dude, every morning. I'm just kidding, boys. But seriously, if you could get her to say yes to anything, to agree to how you want her behavior to be, she will continue to act that way due to cognitive dissonance. And you could do this with children too. For those of you who are fathers like I am, I have a 6-year-old little girl. What do you think I tell her all the time? Oh, wow, Lucia, you're really confident. Lucia, you're a really good person. Lucia, you take care of other people. Lucia, you're so honest. You never lie. What I'm doing is I'm shaping behavior for her benefit because I want her to be a good, effective, successful person. But by instilling confidence with cognitive dissonance, getting her to simply agree that she is confident, that she is a champion, that she is a good person, she's going to be that person. I saw a kid wearing a shirt once that said, "Here comes trouble." And I turned to my woman, Marissa, and I was like, that's literally the worst thing you could do is put a shirt on a kid that says, "Here comes trouble." The kid's going to be trouble now. He is going to have cognitive dissonance, assuming that's the way he should be because everybody expects for him to be that way. Mommy and daddy say he's trouble, so he should be trouble, and he's going to be trouble. The worst thing you could do. So what you do is you speak identity into these girls. You get them into a string of yeses, a bunch of compliance tests, getting them to say yes to small things at first and then bigger things as you go, stating things about their personality and getting them to agree with it. Say, yeah, that is the way I am, to shape their behavior, and getting them to do things for you, which creates cognitive dissonance, which will make them more attracted to you, which is why when a girl makes you that fucking lasagna, you're getting your dick sucked that night, brothers, because of cognitive dissonance. So always think to yourself, how can I get her into a string of yeses? Small at first, things that are easy to say yes to. And then how can I ramp that up to get her to do what I want her to do? Also, how can I say how she is so that she will behave the way I want her to? If, for example, you think that she's really flaky and she's not going to show up on time, the best thing to do is to catch her doing something right. Say that's how she is, saying, for example, you're reliable and you're always on time. By the way, like if you say it in an obvious way and she knows you're bullshitting her, you could get caught out. But let's say, for example, you know she's flaky. What you do is you catch her doing something reliable and you say, you know what? I like that about you. You're reliable. If she agrees with it, cognitive dissonance is enacted. You have weaponized that dissonance. She's going to behave that way from that point forward. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. To watch the full podcast episode, click here. And before you go, if you're feeling extra generous, please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me in the algorithm. I'd sincerely appreciate it. Unapologetic Army.